Tell me if you can think of a more intoxicating spiritual belief for the programmed ego structure than thoughts become things. Then you can control your reality with your mind. This is a belief that the mind salivates over and it wants it to be true so bad. And once you take on a belief, that creates a certain bias in the mind or in the thought patterns where one begins looking for that belief to be real, to be validated in its external reality. And of course, there can be overlaps and beautiful synchronicities that play out where the experiences of the external environment correlate with the thoughts, the ideas, and just the vision that one has. But the mind wants to turn that into this whole overarching universal principle, black and white thing, where my thoughts are the only things that are controlling my reality, and my thoughts and my feelings are what's fully responsible for everything that I experience. Sorry to burst your bubble though, but life doesn't really work like that. But the identified mind feels separate and it clings to certainty. It clings to this idea that through certain mental strategies or certain spiritual beliefs, I can make myself safe and I can be in this space of certainty all the time. And then there's just more thoughts that get created on top of that are monitoring one's own mental activities and trying to manipulate it in order to get what it wants, but it's living in the future. What I offer with the work that I share is about taking away the future and finding the freedom that's here right now, finding the spacious peace that isn't contained in a conceptual strategy, that's already right here, effortless, that you don't need to work for. It's the belief in the future that's perpetuating the anxiety. It's perpetuating the illusion of the self that's separate, that needs to find something more. And then you just hamster wheel your way through life, always seeking the future, getting momentary little spurts of happiness where everything's okay, and then you got to start chasing again. And there's nothing wrong with living that way if that's your vibe. But for those who are done, you're safe to let that go. What you're looking for is what's right here between the past and the future.